Yep. All right, we're back. Day 55. Coronavirus lockdown Instagram Live. Let's see how many people come on. I'm hanging in there. Someone says, how are you hanging in there? Art, how you doing? I'm good. Day to day. Any foreseeable updates on your literature? You mean my books? You can get them on Amazon. That's why I do these Instagrams. Dominic. Request one has to be request to go live. First day back to office today. Yeah, I'm at home in my office. Thank you, RHYS90. Doing body weight is better, or doing workout with resistance band is for lockdown? Ain't much gonna happen during a lockdown in terms of, unless you don't have weights, bands are gonna do nothing, right? Thoughts on Christmas Olympia? I don't think the Olympia is gonna have an audience this year. You saw the NFL's not gonna have an audience. So they rescheduled the Olympia, and who's going? That's just a fact. I think that it's fine that it's moved to Planet Hollywood, but I mean, are they going to actually have an audience? Should you count your macros, or should you? No, I mean, you don't have to get hung too much on like a macro percentage. They're selling spectator tickets. Well, I'm sure they're selling them. I wonder how they're going to sell, though. Phison525, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm going. How you doing, Roy? The next Olympia, William Bonac, he's always dangerous. Newark's will be a huge loss for the promoters. First year promoters, Will Sean be doing the O? I believe so. Thank you, big young Bevo. Colombia. I'm training Camilo Diaz down there in Colombia. He's in the gym. He's been there locked in for like a month. Taiwan. Hi, Amir. How do you go about creating a diet for a client? That's a good question. Use their current diet and build off that. That's what I usually do. Arnold have a better lineup? Yeah, let's see if they have an Arnold. People haven't been paid from the Arnold. I don't know if you know that, Tony. So are they going to have an Arnold next year? I mean, I hate to criticize the Arnold people, but why not? I pay all my bills. I have insane overhead. I mean, I don't have things canceled, but I have things shut right down. Favorite type of real estate to buy? Multifamily. Thank you, yes, Sarah. You got to train to grow at least 4 days a week. Your recent Instagram picture was impressive. Will you be bitten by the bodybuilding bug again? No. NPP and cypionate. Better thoughts. Your thoughts on off-season stack. Anything with test is the basics, but you got to use. When do you take a multivitamin? First thing in the morning with the meal one. Anti-inflammatory, turmeric. Turmeric powder. It's actually good when you blend it in it tastes pretty good if you mix it into a shake. How much rest days are needed per week for natural trainees? 2 a week. Why do you spend so much time on here? Why do you, ask Paul 44? That's the question. Why does S. Paul 44 spend so much time on here? I'll give you my answer, but I want to know your answer. How much protein and carbs should one intake? 2 grams per pound. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Start with 2 grams on carbs and then adjust it from there. At least that's a good, blueprint, starting point. Why did you decide to stop competing, move on to coaching? Because I knew I could only go so far. The net protein intake you eat should be calculated on the basis of total you eat or total you're able to absorb. Well, you don't technically know how much you're absorbing, so it should be tied to your body weight. That's a good ballpark. Thoughts about Lane Norton work? I haven't heard that name in eons. Is he prepping people? Yeah, I don't have any plans to go to India. No travel plans. MC2 oil in the morning coffee? Yuck. Sounds gross. But it does help on low-carb diets, spare muscle loss. Live 52 for the liver. Kyle Millard. I did see it. I just haven't got to it, actually. Can you imagine how many I got if I haven't got to it? I know that I saw you sent it twice. That's how I know. Pedro, you're getting close. Pedro Assis. It's funny how people ask me questions. When I ask them questions, they don't answer. Best exercises for the teardrop. You can't isolate the teardrop, period. End of story. Yeah. 01J versus 09J, John. Have you ever been in a physical altercation with one of your athletes? Close. Not physical. Someone on the outside looking in may think it was physical, screaming, which just means I really like that athlete. I believe that corona is a natural virus. How many times a week do you recommend to eat salmon? You can eat it every day. Tremendous source of omega-3s. Lowest you will take a female on fats for a long period. Really good question. Oh my gosh, that's variable. Way longer than a man. Oh, John, here's the Big Ramy questions. Why do you think Big Ramy never comes in shape? Because the 9 coaches who coach him can't collectively decide what to do. 2 grams protein. 2 grams protein diet's bad for your kidneys. Not really, no. You don't need amino acid tablets if you're using whey protein. You don't. It's almost like doing cable crossovers, thinking they're going to build anything after you bench press 4 or 5 or 10 sets of 10. Tranibol or Anavar, cutting Anavar. Testosterone boosters, a lot of them work. On super low carb days, would you recommend 0.5 grams or 0.3 grams fat per pound of body weight? So if someone's 200, probably 0.3. Talk us through a leg and back workout back in the day. Leg workout would be leg extensions, 4 or 5 sets, 3 to failure, too easy to warm up, 4 sets of back squats to failure, 4 sets of front squats to failure, 3 sets of hacks. No, Louis. Roden would drop you. He would not. I think since 2012 he would have dropped me by then. Larry Wheels, yes, I would work with him. Jay's contest preps were like 10 to 12 weeks. Egg whites are whole eggs. Big Remy questions and spot on answer, of course. You a keto fan? Sorry about lost, Luke. Thank you. I'm not a keto fan. Yeah, Luke was the best. Have you ever worked with clients at stuff? IBS? No, I have not worked with clients working with suffering from IBS. Most cardio I've ever given a competitor, hour and a half a day. Somebody asked me why I come on Instagram. I come on to make money. Sell my books. To pass time, because I actually have time for the first time in years. And here's my other book, Championship Bodybuilding. You can get them on Amazon. Because things are slow. So, the protein, casein isolate before bed, technically casein. How do you deal with joint pain? Stretching. You can use anti-inflammatories sometimes, but you don't want to get hooked on them. Who's your barber? That was my son cut my hair the other day. Do you think red meat is necessary, or can you use salmon? No, I don't think it's necessary, John. I don't think it's necessary. Front squats or back squats? I would say back, but because a lot of people have crappy form on back, some people just need to stick with front. Sir, having a hydrolyzed protein is necessary post-workout. Yeah, a protein post-workout. It can be whey, it can be hydrolyzed whey, it can be, anything. Yeah, twice in one day because I couldn't save the previous Instagram live, and I like to send it to my story so I can sell books. Is your net worth over 1 million? What do you think? Only a joke. It was a guess I was fighting with. Yeah, only a joke. It was a guess at who you nearly had a fight with. What do you think about having a cheat day once every month? Yeah, you can have a cheat day once a week. Jay on so high carbs, lowish protein, because it worked for him. Nick, I had Jay on high carbs, low protein because I figured out that it worked. Who's the smartest bodybuilder you ever worked with? Jay or Eduardo? You mean smart, totally smart, or bodybuilding smart? Championship Bodybuilding book is fire. Thank you. What's your synopsis? I'm interested, but I don't even. The book speak in depth about, yes it does. Books speak in depth about nutrition and training. It does, yes. You should do a tour of the kitchen one day and show us all the shit that you eat. That would be funny. I don't know if Amazon UK has my books. I doubt it. How important is fat in the diet? Helps you grow. Yes, I structure my diet very close to what I outline in the book. I am a moderate fan at best of protein shakes. I think they cause distension. My theory. If you had to choose one book of yours, which would it be? The Championship Bodybuilding, but you're missing out on the fat loss book if you buy only that. Worst genetics you've ever seen? Turned pro, Ron Partlow, Canada. Ron, Luke has more wit than you. I have to say that you are number one. Jose is up there in the top 4. Dusty's up there in the top 6. Luke is number 1, without a doubt. Dave didn't let me tell the story about when Luke first texted me and he said, "Hey Chris, this is Luke Sandow." And I said, "Who?" And he said, "Exactly!" exclamation mark. Which encompasses so much. Meaning, encompasses a lot. Best time to take creatine before training. Please, do you know an endocrinologist? No, I don't know, in Florida. Who's the next Mr. O? I don't know. How do you get rid of heart arrhythmias? You better run to the doctor and find out. I don't know. Who is the most bodybuilding smart? Eduardo or Jay? They're right there together. Very, very, very smart. No, a long torso is not ideal for. I hate a long torso for a classic physique. Looks like a giraffe. The name of the 2 books, you order them. You go to Amazon, you put in my name, Chris Aceto. They'll come up. Championship Bodybuilding and Everything You Need to Know About Fat Loss. Best back exercises: chins, bent over rows, reverse grip pull downs, and yeah. Better to do quad and hamstring. Yes, quad and hamstring same day. That's my preference. Can you add 2 kinds of tests? Yes, you can. Same cycle. Hey Chris, the last day before a show, do you take water out completely going into contest? Yes and no. Depends on the person, depends on how much water retention, depends if they're flat, depends if they're full. Because I have books, that's why I don't do a contest prep course the week of the Olympia. Luke was absolutely awesome. I always enjoyed talking to him. I said his name was an omen, but alas it wasn't. Well, I used to call him from day one, Luke Sandow. Your favorite client to date? I did a whole Instagram post on. I don't have favorites. Professor, considerable use of exogens depletes androgens. I don't understand that, Eric. Exogens depletes androgens receptors and will always be more. Peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and jelly, but not too much jelly. And it has to have coffee though. Cardio needed in the off season? No. Repeat? No. Yeah, I know very well about DMSO. Think at some point guys are just eating too much? Yep. Diet drinks are totally fine. You said Luke Sandow had bad genetics. I did? Where did I say that? Yes, the fat loss book would be beneficial to a non-bodybuilder. Sustanon and anthocyanate. If you can't grow off one, you can't grow off the other. That's my answer. Thank you, Albert. 2129. Just bought my book. I probably made $3. MK667. Oh, I don't know. I don't know too many people if y'all used it. Thoughts on Deca? It's okay. Sammy Gannum, eat an orange. Easiest, hardest client you've ever prepped? I have a lot of easy clients, not too many hard. You should come to Saudi to a seminar after the corona. I only go to Qatif. I'm the king of Qatif. They'll let me into Qatif and Mecca and Medina. Those are the 3 places I'll go. China will only, China will use new crypto coin. I 100% agree with that. No US dollars. Thoughts on SARMs? People always ask me, and I give the same answer. I've never used them. Don't know anyone who's used them, but people tell me they work. Tony, that's funny. You sent me the $3. Nick Hola EQ. Yes, there'll always be more receptors. Hope you work with more UK athletes. You've raised the UK game. A lot of UK athletes I've worked with. Lots. I should get an honorary knighthood there. What do you think, Bob Paris, back in the day? Phenomenal. $2 to $3 GH. If you can't benefit from that, nothing's going to work. Thoughts on when a coach says carnitine, yohimbine, and DMP is the best fat burning stack, even for non-competitors. You may be better off getting coronavirus because you can recover quicker than using DNP. That's actually not a joke. I'm serious. Yes, I am mass. 100%. Yeah, I could make money if I sold my books direct, but I don't have the time. Hunter Labrada, very good. I don't have any Gladys Portuguese stories, but Corey, yeah, I met her she used to work at the bodybuilding camp with me in the late 80s. Yeah, I'm consulting with a lot of people in Brazil. Sammy Fit Pro. Olympia date finally. Yes, December. Flex Lewis, yeah, he could win the Olympia. Ever been upset with a client leaving you? I think if you look at my track record, I usually think, not upset, I just think people are dumb. I mean that. On my Instagram, it says 90 pro wins with 31 different athletes. That's astounding. So when I coach someone, usually they do extremely well, and they say, oh, I got a new coach. I'm like, okay. Ramadan Mubarak to Taha therapy. Where are you, Taha? Rob Taylor, I coach him too from England. He's very good, very dangerous. What's the secret of off-season size? Cookie muffins. Why Corey aged so fast? I didn't think she aged fast. She's old now. Yeah, Dave Palumbo's a very good coach. You're very diplomatic. I'll ask anyways, what do you think of Bub Chikatilo? I don't really have any interactions with them. No, Team Beast 714, it's not. Do you like a nickname Chris Acetate? Tom Dieters nicknamed me. Oh, no. Tom Dieters or Samir Bannout nicknamed me that back in the late 80s. Chris Acetate. CLA works. Helps burn fat to some degree. If you had to move states right now, where would you go? I'd go to Columbus, Ohio, and I keep telling people this. I would start buying real estate in Columbus, Ohio. Huge upside in Columbus. I've been saying that for 5 years, Ron, and it comes 100% true. Biggest ass in the industry, Sean Ray. Biggest ass in the industry, Sean Ray. Biggest ass in this industry, Sean Ray. Or do you mean biggest ass in the industry? That'd be Sean Ray. Or biggest ass in the industry? Be the same person, Sean Ray. Maximum amount of protein per meal, 70 grams. If you would change one thing about the judging at the Olympia, what would it be? I'd just let Weinberger do it, be a dictatorship. Because even though I disagree with him at times, I always, a lot of times, double back and say, well, he was right. Actually, I agree with him most of the time. But even on disagreements, I think it through after and say, yeah, he was probably right. I think I told him that, so we should just have a dictatorship. Just one guy judging the show. Do you coach men's physique? A little bit, yeah. Using a belt can make you way smaller, yep. But buy in London, it's going up and up. London's been going up and up for 50 years. What do you think of Steve Namat? I haven't heard the Hungarian Hammer's name in 15 years. Will you buy real estate in Mexico? No. I don't know anything about that market. Do you gamble? Nope. Train legs twice a week. Smoke weed and bodybuilding, not the best thing. They don't go together necessarily. Maybe for some people though. No, I never trained at the Venice Beach gym. Do you and Dave disagree on diet philosophy? Not really. We don't really discuss it much. I don't even know what Q10 is. Coenzyme Q10? I'm in Maine right now. Super Sam. Yeah, sure you are. Don't show the size, even with a dodgy joint. Dodgy joint. Dodgy joint. That means you're from Britain. Dodgy joint. I don't know when gyms are going to open up. Columbus, Ohio is nothing but a college campus. There's nothing wrong with that. It means you got educated people wasting $50,000 a year times 4 years, $200,000 a year. 4 years to educate themselves, and low cost to live in. That's an appeal to a lot of people. If you had to choose a country style of cooking and stick with it for building muscle, for Lebanese food, can't beat it. Up your voice. I'm just beat. This is about as loud as I can talk. Opinion on the best bodybuilding trainer, like the weight training guys. Yes, a waist belt can make your waist smaller, I believe. I like to rent out versus buy and sell. Because ultimately you got to sell it at some point. 212 Arnold Classic back again. I don't know if the Arnold Classic is coming back. I don't know, King Dito Boo. That's scary. Grant Cardone? I don't know who Grant Cardone is. I think Chris Lewis is a great trainer. Are you sick of Kai Green references yet? Made every year, yeah. Not really. I mean, it's Kai's Kai. Cedric McMillan come in 100%. Can he beat everyone? Yes. Opinion of Morgan asks, very, very good. He's a client of mine. Alright, I gotta wind it up. What's your thoughts on YK11, Chris? I'm interested in hear your thoughts and opinion. What is YK11? Blackstone Labs lost a lot of money from the expo, and they never gave us our product. Think DC is any good? Washington DC or dog crap training? What do you think of clenbuterol burns fat? What was it like working with Chris or Sean? What was it like? I worked with Sean. Who's Chris? Cormier, you mean? Kai posing video. He looks good there. Yeah, I don't know anything about SARMs. Why Johnny Jackson always plays bad in the Olympia? Because his legs are weak. New Olympia promoter thoughts? I have none because he has no track record. Oh, he does in the Rising Sun. So, off the charts. That's right. Yeah, the classic physique will be over 100,000 one day. Yes, Lebanese people, so with the best genetics, but their food is better than the genetics. Your thoughts on IPV Pro, Buwan? I don't even know who that person is. Grant Cardone. Oh, Grant Cardone. All about Grant Cardone. Yeah, he's. I don't have. What do you think about him? All right, Scooter says hello. Scooter, look, you just came on, and I gotta run. I gotta go run my errands. Akeem Williams is Sergio Olivo. I prepped Sergio Olivo, so I'm biased. Whatever happened to Kevin English retired? Broden, I don't know. All right, gotta finish it.